I am so impressed how the ChefsTemp Breo Fan works when it is paired out to that S1 that the channel went out and purchased a brand new Weber Kettle. So this show is going to be a few fold. Number one, I'm going to show you how to take it off the old kettle, put it on the new kettle. I will get through that real quick, as I am telling you, it is simple to do. Number two, I've got one kick butt recipe for you guys, as we are going to do up a pepper tomahawk steak. And also, I am going to touch a little bit on the ChefsTemp ecosystem. I want to show you how to run this whole setup with zero electricity, as there has been some questions on that down in the Facebook groups. So we will touch on all that, and I will have this whole show broken up into the timeline down below, so you can jump ahead if you've already know how to install it on the kettle. You can jump right to the recipe. If you want to check out the ChefsTemp ecosystem, you can jump right over there. So what I want to do here is let's jump right into that install, and let's start the show. So I do have more of a detailed install onto the kettle. If you'd like to see that video, I will drop a link down in the description. You can check it out. But for now, we will just remove the S1 off the kettle hood of the old one and put it on the hood of the new one. And as you can see, that there is 1, 2, 3, and that is just going to clip right in, and we are good to go. Now we will get on over to that Breo fan on the old Weber kettle. You will just twist those little pieces of wires that hold it in and just remove it like that. No problem there. So now to install it on the new kettle, we are going to have to line it up in between the sweepers. You do not want the sweepers to hit where the hole is, and also you're going to want to be under that grate that holds the fuel. I am going to use a starter drill bit just to drill through it, and then I will get my other drill bit out. I've got the proper drill bit links right to Amazon if you want to pick them up. That is down in the description. And again, this whole install right here is basically 1, 2, 3. It is not hard to do at all, and you are looking at a 1.25 inch diameter hole for that Breo fan. Then you are just going to clip those wires in, and believe it or not, you are all installed and all ready to go. So the proper way to use your kettle along with that S1 and Breo fan is going to be in the snake method. And of course, we are talking low and slow here. Getting your fuel and just pouring it in like that is certainly not going to work, as you will lose control of the temp inside the kettle. And for this steak here, we want to keep it at that 160 to maybe 2 1/4, no higher than that. So as noted, we are going to use the snake method, as I will just line the fuel out around on the bottom of the kettle, always staying mindful exactly where that Breo fan is. The air from the Breo fan will control the fuel method around the snake, and that is going to give you the perfect temperature. And of course, get your fire starter in, get that torched up. So we will get all that set up, and of course, I will put 2 chunks of cherry wood in. And that right there is all there is to it. Let's turn our attention to that steak. We've got to get that seasoned up, and we've got to get it on the pit. As always, you will get a full ingredient list down in the description on this recipe. That'll be right under the show notes. And to get us started, you are going to get some kosher salt and some fresh cracked black pepper if you've got it. If not, regular pepper is going to have to do. And you are going to get plenty on your steak, and I am talking plenty for what I am going to turn this basic steak into. The more pepper, the better. So yes, I do mean a lot of pepper. And of course, you are going to get both sides, and definitely do not forget those ends. So what I want to do here is I want to take you inside on that ChefsTemp ecosystem, and I am going to show you how to work this whole cook with zero electricity. So that there is my ChefsTemp ProTemp Plus. and on each side you are going to get an input and an output, and of course that input is going to be where you are going to charge the unit up, and that output is where you are going to want to output to other you know, from cell phones to even that Breo fan is what we are going to be doing today. So you will plug your cable into the output, plug that into the Breo fan, and believe it or not, that is all there is to it. I mean, that is pretty amazing if you ask me. So if you go camping, you load up the kettle, you load up your ChefsTemp units, and you take the whole thing camping, and you are good to go. And from there, we are going to use the temp gauge on the ProTemp Plus. That is going to read our internals of our Tomahawk, which is also going to connect to the phone. And from there, now you can control the temp in the pit, read the temps on your Tomahawk, and also read your pit temp. What I want to do here is I want to take you into the app. I want to show you how to control that Breo fan, and I also want to show you a little bit about the app and how to set up the cook. So finding your way around the app couldn't be more simple. That temp there is the internals of our Tomahawk. One swipe over, and now we are looking at our ambient temp in the pit. And of course, that is how we are going to control the fan. You've got timer, and you've also got temp control. I am going to use the temp control, and I will show you how this works live in a bit. Now look, because we are going low and slow here, there is not really much to do, as we want that temp anywhere in that 160 to 2.25 range. So what I wanted to do here is to show you how to set up the cook. Again, one swipe over, and we are going to set it up, and you are going to choose beef. From there, you are going to choose the temp that you want. I am going to adjust mine. ChefsTemp does give you some pre-temps, but you can adjust off that. This is low and slow. I want to bring it up to 94 as I am looking for a medium rare steak. So once the proper temps are reached, it is time to get our Tomahawk on. Now look, once we get that steak on, we can now monitor and control the cook from anywhere in the house. If we've got to run to the store, no biggie there. We can also monitor the cook, control the cook from the store. So we are approximately 1 hour into the cook, and our steak has reached that 94. So before we open up the hood, I just wanted to let you know, as this is very important, on the side of your S1 there is a pause button, and basically what that is going to do, it is going to pause the fan, so you don't open up your hood with the fan running, as it is just going to blow some fuel all over the place. So pause that fan, then open up the hood. And what we are going to do here now, we are going to spin that steak right over that flame, as we are going to look to raise that temp of the pit to get a nice sear on that steak. I want to take you in on a close-up of that Breo fan, and I want to do it now. You've got two methods in controlling your Breo fan. One is going to be by time, and the other one is going to be by temp. We are doing temp. As you see, my grill temp is 291. I want to raise it to 293. That is going to start that Breo fan. Once that 293 is reached, the Breo fan will shut off. If it goes below, it'll kick back on. If it goes over, of course, it will stay off, and so forth. So let's just stay here and have some fun. There is my steak. Notice I've still got the temp probe in. That is going to help me read the temperatures. I will work to keep it out of the direct flame, although we may hit it a little bit. You just got to be careful. I will make that flame kiss this steak. I will bring it up slowly and with a nice char, and I am looking for a rare to medium rare. We got to hit that temperature. Right now, the ProTemp Plus is telling me we are 93 internal on the steak, and also 322 ambient with that fire hitting the probe. And now look, this is not going to take long. I will play around with this for about maybe 4 or 5 minutes or so. I'll put the cover on. I'll take the cover off. I'll get some direct flame on it. But look, when we get there, I am going to move it to the side because it is time to make up a recipe. And that recipe is going to involve a cast iron skillet. We will get our skillet on. I'll bring that up to temp. I will hit it with a little bit of oil. I will get a couple tablespoons of Dijon mustard in there. Stick with me on this one. From there, I will follow it up with a couple tablespoons of prepared horseradish sauce. That is a cognac going down. Let's flame it up. Let's have some fun. Let's burn off that liquor. I mean, trust me when I tell you that is a lot of flavor there. And basically what we are going to do here now, because that tomahawk is not going to fit in, we will give it a little bit of a mix. I will get the tomahawk in the flame, hit it with some heavy cream. You know where we are going with this. We got to debone it. We will do that now. And I am telling you, with that pepper, with that, with the cream, this is close to a steak au poivre, but not really. It is just good flavors on this steak. Let's finish out this cook. Let's watch how we mix it in. I am going to get it down into the shack. We will slice it open, see how we did, and close out the show. Alrighty, and we've got that steak on the board, and of course I nailed that temperature of rare to medium rare. I mean, that looks absolutely incredible. And before I close out the show completely, and I just got to say, I am 100% impressed with the ecosystem that ChefsTemp is building. I mean, to me, that is very important. It is one of the reasons I went from an Android phone to an iPhone, because I love the iPhone ecosystem, as you could just take everything right with you, and that is exactly what ChefsTemp is doing. So kudos to them for getting this right, as this cook here has been a lot of fun, and I've got some more coming. And if there's anything you guys want to see, or if you have any questions about anything ChefsTemp, just leave it down in the description. If I can't answer it, I will certainly get you the answer. And that is going to close out this show here. I appreciate all you guys for watching. This has been a fun cook. This has been a delicious cook. There is no doubt about it. Again, my name is Tommy. I appreciate you all, and until next time, we will see you soon.